Hi, I'm Bruce Steward, Technical Service Manager with FMC, located out of Choctaw, Oklahoma.
And I'm Greg Justice, a Retail Marketing Manager located in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and I cover the body of Oklahoma. Bruce, here we are standing in another field that looks like they've just about got it ready for wheat planting time, but we thought as we get closer that it would be a good idea to go over some of the reminders and some of the things that we need to talk about Anthem Flex herbicide for Italian ryegrass control in winter wheat.
Yeah, so why don't you talk a little bit about rates? What do you do in Oklahoma here and in this part of the country?
Yeah, typically for us, that 3 ounce to 3.5 ounce rate of Anthem Flex herbicide has been a really good rate for us. Maybe the sandier the soils that we might have, we might be looking at the lower rate, that 3 ounces, maybe even a little below 3 in the really, really sandy areas. But the finer the soil, the higher rates that we can go. And so we do have a wide range of rates that you can use. And Bruce, I wanted you to talk a little bit. We often hear the word delayed pre-emergence, and delayed pre-emergence is a terminology that gets people a little nervous, don't know really what that's about. So you might just discuss briefly what that delayed pre-emergence application looks like.
You're right. Delayed pre-emergence probably is a little bit to wrap your head around sometimes, but really it's simple. It's when you have about 80% of those wheat seeds have a shoot that is about a 1/2 inch long. We're just wanting that to be timed at that period, just more for a safety standpoint to that wheat that we have found through our research and trials, and also just out in the field. That's when it's the safest and then also the most effective. So you may also talk a little bit about rainfall. That's pretty important.
Yeah, Bruce, when it comes to rainfall for Anthem Flex herbicide, it's very important to get it laid out there, and then that way you can get a rainfall event. Typically between a 1/2 inch to 1 inch would help it get activated and get it out there where we can control the Italian ryegrass. So a rainfall event after application is very important to activate that herbicide. So a lot of times people are like, well, I'm going to try to catch that timing right before rainfall, when honestly Anthem Flex herbicide can lay out there for a little while. So if you've got your wheat plants to that 80% of that shoot, then go ahead and get the Anthem Flex herbicide out there and then wait for that rainfall event to get it activated, incorporated, to get the kind of ryegrass control that you're after.
And I know you've always told growers as well that if you plant into moist soil, usually that's about 2 to 3 days after that planting that you can apply Anthem Flex and get it put on at the right time.
Absolutely. You know, Bruce, as we thought about this today and doing a quick reminder, we were able to contact a few people here in Oklahoma that have actually had some real experience at using Anthem Flex in their winter wheat to control Italian ryegrass. And so it's been really awesome to meet with them today, to get some of their input of what they've liked about Anthem Flex, how they've used it, and just some of the results that they've seen personally, whether it be a producer, a retailer, or the actual elevator where they take the grain at the end of the year.
You're right, Greg. I think they'll really add a lot to the story of how successful Anthem Flex has been, and has really done a great job here controlling this difficult to control grassy weed, Italian ryegrass.
My name is Caden Catlin, and I'm a crop advisor for Simplot Grower Solutions in southwestern Oklahoma. We've been looking for a product to combat Italian ryegrass control in winter wheat. We recently did a study with the grower using Anthem Flex herbicide, which is a good product for broadleaf and grass control. Specifically, we did this trial to combat Italian ryegrass. We've seen really good results, and me and the grower are looking forward to using this product in the future.
My name's Tommy Payne. I'm a grower in Logan County, Oklahoma. Been using Anthem Flex on my wheat for 5 or 6 years. It's the best tool in the toolbox I've found to control the management of Italian ryegrass in my crops. Been harvesting the cleanest crops since I've started using it.
Hi, I'm David Bonds, General Manager of Banner Co-op here in El Reno, Oklahoma. I just want to take a few moments to tell you about Anthem Flex and some of the benefits it's provided to the co-op here and their growers as well. So it's become a valuable tool for weed control, especially ryegrass and brome control in winter wheat here in central Oklahoma. We saw wheat fields improve the dockage levels from somewhere in the 10 to 20% level in 2023 down to 0 to 2% in 2024. And that's only part of the benefits. The other things we saw are when you don't ever let the ryegrass and bromes emerge and compete with your wheat for sunlight, space, nutrient, and water, then you'll see a yield improvement over the traditional treatments such as a post-emerge that sometimes can be erratic here with our weather events. The narrow application window does present some challenges that can be somewhat overcome with coaching and communication. We've felt like we've had a good plan this past year. The wheat farmer has really not had a pre-emerge or a delayed pre-emerge product like this available to them. We've had to do some educating and coaching on that to make sure we get successful applications. Since Rainfall is required for Anthem Flex to be activated and incorporated, it is imperative to have a plan. We talk about with our producers to prioritize your fields, communicate with us, who we're doing the spraying for them, have confidence in the product, and just pull the trigger. I know sometimes weather doesn't occur like it's supposed to, but I promise you'd be happy if you put it down and the weather and the rain occurred versus it didn't get down, you didn't get the weed control. So it is impossible for us to accommodate all of the spray jobs that can come in when we only have one day of notice before a 100% rainfall event. So have confidence in the product and pull the trigger. It will work. It was an extreme joy to see the wheat come in really clean off of those fields that had that 10 or 20% dockage a year ago. And that wheat is definitely more merchandisable. I didn't have to mix that high dockage wheat with low dockage wheat. We had this year, the average was a whole lot better because of we took that high dockage wheat off the market.